Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, I think I got everything set up right. Making sure. Cool. So, yes, I got everything set up just right, just the way I need it and everything. Alright, welcome to my guide style. So on this channel I focused on tarot, candles, and crystal, and everything that helps spiritually get yourself attuned to your higher vibrating conscious self and into the world around you. So well, I can't say recently, it's recent for me, but it's really not that recent. So not too long ago, I want to say around sometime last fall, this past fall, so about 3 months ago, it was around like October, November time frame, a video came out by a YouTuber known as Bahati Life. She is awesome. She is her name is Jessica Alexander. Shout out to Jessica Alexander. What's up, girl? Love the work that you do. Anyway, I was watching one of her videos and I made a really simple comment. If I can actually go back in there and find a comment. Let's see. Yeah, I put a really simple comment, and so far it's gotten 257 likes. I said, I've been doing candle work for 8 years now. This year I started making my own candles and finally realized why they said you can always use a white candle for any intention, because all candles start off white and they're just dyed. Some candles are not even dyed all the way through, such as tapers. They start off white and then the outside is dipped in the appropriate color and bam. So yes, white candles can be used for any desire and intention you wish to manifest. So that is the comment I left on her video. It was just something really simple. I didn't think nothing of it. I comment on videos all the time. I don't get no reaction. This particular comment blew the hell up. I still get notifications to this day about it being liked, and I keep peeking once in a blue moon. People are still commenting on that one thread. So thank you to everybody who has commented on it. Thank you to everybody who has asked their questions and directed their questions towards me. Thank you to all the subscribers who had came from that one particular comment, because I wasn't expecting subscribers to come to my channel. I wasn't expecting nothing in return, absolutely nothing. That was just me sharing a little bit of knowledge that I thought would be useful for people, because I remember I haven't seen that video since, but in her video I know she was talking about how she only used like 3 main colors, which I think was silver, gold, and white, maybe black. But I know she definitely said white, and that's why I commented. All candles is essentially all white. They're made, they're going to be made from 3 different waxes. Please excuse me, my R's and W's slips up and get mismatched for one another. Little speech impediment from growing up. Don't mind it. Anyway, so wax candles are made from soy, petroleum, and beeswax. Beeswax is the only one that is naturally colored into like a yellow to like off base white color, but then soy is naturally like a whitish color, and then petroleum, which is wax or paraffin wax. Okay, now anyway, paraffin wax, which was what just fell down to the floor, is made from petroleum, and they're white. So all these waxes, except for the bee wax, start off as a base color white, and they're dyed through. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that. Alright, So let's just go ahead and dive into this video, because I know a lot of y'all asked me so many questions about what to do, how to get started. One of the main questions was, there's so much information out there, so much content about how to make candles and how to do spiritual magical candles, that is so overwhelming. Where do I start off? And actually, that was one of the comments from the thread. It's this is from J Keisha. Sorry, Keisha? I want to say Keisha, but it's spelled Kashia. So let me know if I'm saying your name right or not. If you see this video ever, I'm sorry if I'm saying it and butchering it. But you said, I am getting into this and I have no clue where to start. The content I came across, I feel is too advanced to understand what is truly going on. I feel that it is disrespectful to jump right into it without the proper education to understand what is truly going on with these ritual roles. I am experiencing information overload and do not know how to begin. Do you have any suggestions on how to start? And guess what? I got some suggestions for you. One, I understand it's a lot of information out there, especially for a newbie, a beginner who's just getting started. And thank you. These are going right here, as I was going to say. So thank you for respecting the practice and respecting spirituality. But if you feel like a calling, this is not just for her, but this is for anybody who's watching this video and trying to get into this type of line of work for their own spiritual practice. If you feel a calling towards this, go ahead and get your hands dirty. Go ahead and get messed up in it, because guess what? It is meant for you. And everybody practice, everybody's style, everybody's way of doing this is going to differ from one another. Even identical twins are going to do things slightly different, because their soul are different signatures from one another, even though they might share the same DNA. They got two different souls. They're going to do things slightly different from one another. Nobody does things exactly the same. So it's okay. One, it's not going to be disrespectful, because especially when you're working with candle magic is defined as a change over time, a change in occurrence over time. So essentially, magic is just, what do you plan on changing over a duration and span of time, and this is going to be realistically manifested into your reality. And then what tools can you use to help speed up that process, such as candles, such as oils, such as herbs, or other practices and things do you use that will help you manifest what you are trying to bring into your life, your intentions. So don't feel you don't gotta worry, just get started. That is the main important thing, especially like homegirl, you're a homegirl, you're a black chick, it's in your blood, the hoodoo is speaking to you, so bring it out of you. I got started in my practice 8 years. You're not losing you. I got started in my practice 8 years ago, and when I got started, I was literally it was like it just happened. It literally just happened, and then I read a book, and then I read a Wicca book. Scott Cunningham's Solitary Practitioner Guide to Witchcraft. That is the book I read, and that's how I got started in all of this. And I kept mine really simple in the beginning. This right here, yeah, it got it's a little dirty right now, I'm not gonna lie. It got stuff on it. It came out of this box. In here. But these right here, these little taper candles are the candles that I started out with, and all I was simply doing was lighting it, setting my intentions, speaking my prayer. Prayer is also your petition, your request. And I sent it out. At that time, I was really into the Wicca faith. I never aligned myself with it, but I loved the school of thought behind Wicca, with the lady and the Lord being the ultimate masculine aspect and feminine aspect of the all great divine. So I sent my intentions to them. So back then, nowadays, it depends on what I'm doing and what type of work I'm trying to manifest into my life. If I'm going to work with a deity, a spirit, or I'm not going to ask one to come join me. If I'm just going to base it off my energy. So when you're working with candles, you can use the energy of the tool, the candle, the oils, the herbs, and the sigils or the signs that you may carve and etch into it, and that's about it. And then let the universe handle it from there, because you mixed your energy, you infused your energy into the candle, and now you're allowing your energy to work and manifest it and bring it to you. Candle magic can be really powerful when used correctly. It can work in your benefit, and it can work against you if you don't do it properly. But in the beginning, when you're working with something, it's really basic. All you need is a candle and just choose a color. I got four of these right here. Really basic. I got a lavender purple color, I got white, I got orange, and I got red. Orange can be used for vitality, energy, and good luck, where red can be used for courage, confidence, passion, love, unjinxing things, violent things that you really want to go into that direction. White is for purity, cleansings. It can be used for any other color, right? It's also for but you can use it for light work, banishing. And then purple is used for intuition work. It's also always been said to be one very powerful spiritual color to tap into your psyche and meditation. So you really just pick a candle based on its color and what you're trying to intention. So using color in your candle can really help, but the color is just an additive. It adds to the effect, but it's not necessary. But when you're working with the basics, just having the right color can go the long extra distance. So I'm gonna put those away. But yeah, these are the ones that started, and especially these orange ones. I used to do a ritual that's involved me doing it for like a whole entire month straight, 2 times a week, specifically on Tuesdays and Fridays. I would have about 6 of these orange candles, and it would start with, in this ritual, this altar table got let out, and I would start off with the one candle, let it burn for a couple hours. Then the next time I had to do the ritual again, I had to go on to the next candle and burn the exact same candle and continue in that pattern. And this is to bring in good luck into my life. That's why I used to use these little orange candles for, and I wouldn't get crazy with it either. I literally was just be the orange candles. A couple of other tools will be at my disposal, so such as a censer, like some coal on top, and put some incense on there. I will also have like a dish of salt. This is rocks. I mean, not rocks, but a dish of salt. Representing earth, the censer represented fire. What else did I used to have back then? I had a few different things. I had a different color candle. I was using blue candle. The blue candle represented myself, who I was working with. But I'm not going to get too involved in that. We're here to learn about these damn candles, right? So, that's basically, really basic getting started. All you need is just a candle. Choose a candle with the right color. You can go to Pinterest.com, type in color meanings, and a whole bunch of charts will flow up. You can do the same thing with Google. Google is your ally. It's like a witch's best ally. A spell worker, a conjurer. I consider myself a conjurer. And it can be your best ally. Google color meanings, read up on the color meaning, learn what the color meanings means, and then work it within your favor, guys. It's really that easy. Now, a step up from that is real beginner's work without making it too advanced or even crazy, is to use to dress your candle up. So basic, you're not dressing your candle, you're just using the candle and setting your intentions. Actually, before I get into dressing your candle, let me address something. Somebody asked if you had to have a deity to work with when you're doing candle work. No. Absolutely not. You do not need a deity, a spirit, a guide, ancestors to work with while you're performing candle work in the beginning, unless you feel called to do so, or unless you already got yourself aligned with a spirit, a deity to work with. You don't. When I first got started, I didn't really have a deity or spirit that was aligned with to get started. And then I was also using some other books and stuff I found off of Amazon and downloaded ebooks. I'm like Scott Cunningham's The Candle Magic. They already got assigned deity or some of their rituals and stuff, and you can just work with those deities that's already in the pre-designed ritual, unless you want to change it up for yourself. But other than that, you don't got to work with no spirited, no deity to manifest your intentions while you're doing candle work. Now, but with that being said, and that goes the same with saints as well. But if you feel called to, work with the saint, work with the deity, work with that spirit, work with that god or goddess. It's not going to hurt you. But you, as an individual witch, mage, conjurer, magician, you have power. You got power within yourself that you can infuse and direct into the universe. It's called that law of attraction. Send that energy out there and attract what you want to bring to you. I do got a video about law of attention. I'll link it up. Law of attention, law of attraction. So I really wanted to address that. You don't need a deity at all. If you know anything about metaphysics is pretty much energy work. Every item got their own unique frequency and signature, and these candles got their own energy signature, their own wavelength that will vibrate in accordance and in alignment with your intentions. So, if I'm trying to draw in vitality, good luck, and positivity, all I gotta do is just light this orange candle and it does the work by itself. Give it a boost, say an affirmation. I wish for good luck and positivity coming to my life. I wish for good luck and positivity to come to my life. I wish for good luck and positivity to come to my life. Take it a step further than that and say a prayer. Say a prayer to whoever you pray to. Just say a prayer. A petition is a prayer. Hey, I'm praying right now. Luck has not been on my side lately. It seems like all the odds is against me. Hey, God. Hey, universe. Hey, what's her name? Mary. Lupe or whatever. I don't know the saint's name. I don't work with the saints like that. But you know who I'm trying to talk about. Call upon whoever you're working with and ask them, St. Jude, help me out, send more money, send luck in my race so I can increase my wealth, my finances. I work with St. Jude. So yeah. But yeah, that's all you gotta do. Say your prayer and send it out to the universe. It don't even gotta be a prayer to a specific deity. You can write a petition, write your request out. Like I said, orange candle. Hey, I'm looking for more luck in my life. I'm looking for more positivity. It has not been with me lately. I feel like I keep running into a string of bad luck. Things going against me. The odds are not on my side. Please, universe, please, whoever is out there, hear my call, hear my creed. Please send me that good luck and vitality my way. Please, and help me improve the quality of my life so I don't gotta suffer anymore. That would be a short prayer. We'll say that, you light the candle, let the candle melt all the way down. Second question, somebody asked, if the candle wax melt down, what do you do with it? You can just simply throw it away. You don't gotta do nothing special to it unless you feel like it's gonna cost you or go against you. If you don't treat it in a special manner, just throw it away. My unused candle wax, all I do is just throw it away. Now or sometime I might save my candle wax, melt it down, and make it into another candle. You can do that too, but keep it really simple. You're overcomplicating things. Nothing. Once the work has been done, the work's been done. All it is left is just wax. Just throw it away. You don't got to do nothing special to it. Now you're doing more like a complicated work, complicated spell, complicated ritual, you may need to do something special with that candle wax. But in the beginning, for the basics, you don't got to do nothing special to it. Just toss it in the trash and just keep on moving. All right. I feel like there was another question. Oh, somebody asked if you're working with two deities or spirits or saints or whatever simultaneously, can you have them on the same altar? No. Do not do it unless you know for a fact. This require investigation. This require research on your end. Unless you know for a fact that those two deities can work together with one another, or you have heard that other people have had good success working them together, then that's the only time you can have them on the same altar. If not, deities and spirits, they like their separate altar. They like their separate space. They're I don't want to say they're superior, but they feel entitled. They feel superior to one another. They want their own space. They're selfish like that. They like being worshipped. That's why you're petitioning to them. That's why they're gonna do workings for you if you take care of them. But you're not taking care of them, or the attention is not solely focused on them if you're sharing it with somebody else. You're sharing the stage for somebody else. Just think if you're an actress or an actor, you're supposed to have a solo performance, but next thing you know, it's been split into a duet or whatever. How are you going to feel about that? Think about your spirits and your deities the same way. Unless they like each other, especially if they don't like each other and you're putting them on the same altar, you're going to cause turmoil and chaos for yourself more than any type of good. Okay, so make sure you have separate altars. The altars don't got to be crazy big either. A simple little side table will do, but they got to be on different tables. Sometimes, depending on the deity, and you're using a statue or a figure or something to represent them, such as you see Santa Morte right here. That is my deity. That is my patron saint that I work with. That's all you need to know about her. But all I know is that she gets her own altar, and two, she doesn't like when other deities and saints are around her, sometimes even in the same space. If I'm working to another saint or another goddess or deity with her, sometimes I gotta have the altar facing away from one another so they don't make eye contact. But they don't like that, and it can clash, and good things will not come out of it. It's really an offense and an affrontation to them. So don't do that. It's insulting. Just don't. Do not work two deities on the same altar. What else was there? So I already addressed that question, but somebody was asking about herbs and oils in the beginning. You don't need, like I said, just starting off, all you need is your petition or affirmation, the color, and just a candle. So that's really the basis of getting started. It's really not that hard. You create a space and then you light the candles. Now, moving on to the next level of candle work, dressing your candle. So when it comes to dressing your candles, this is what I mean by dressing, is legitly you're going to dress the candle. So you're going to anoint the candle with some type of adhesive. It's going to be an oil, another type of wax, or some type of nectar like honey. So for some of y'all, y'all really can't draw attention to yourself inside your households, and I understand that. And then the rest of y'all, some of y'all, yeah, honey is just too expensive for y'all. Well, that's okay. All you need to do is go to your local convenience store and pick up some honey packets. Legitly honey packets. I literally just ran out tonight because I don't got no honey inside the house, unfortunately. I get my honey from the Amish, and one particular farm specifically, and I just haven't had no time to run over there. But yeah, but all honey is not made the same, depending on the environment and the climate and the location where the bees are located and the flowers and the pollen that's located in their area. All honey is different. Honey is alive. Like, legitly, it's different. It comes from the bees. It is really vibrating on and it's being collected. It's being made with different ingredients. So each and every honey is not the same. But overall, honey as a whole is a really great adhesive to put on your candles. Now, when you're working with your candles, you're gonna want to get a plate, or you're gonna want to get some paper. Here. I got more than enough of these. Literally, just a paper bag. This is a disposable bag. I go to the dollar store a lot to get my stuff. And the dollar store recently have become a little bit more earth conscious, environmentally conscious, and have switched from using plastic to paper bags. So I got a lot of paper bags. I don't throw them away because I do candle works and stuff. And this is all you're gonna need. Like, legitly, you set it up before you so you can use it and call it a day. This can go underneath now. I don't need that no more. So it can get messy, so make sure you have something to help you out with it. So anyway, we're going to jump into the next part, but before we get into the full whole thing with dressing your candles, I do want to go over the different types of candles that you can use, because some of y'all want to overcomplicate this. The only one I'm really going to tell you not to use or recommend to use by itself are these little tea light candles. Tea light candles, they're not that big. They're about I want to say about 2 inches, not even 2 inches, about a half inch, an inch and a half in radius across and stuff, and that's it. They don't burn for that long, and such as right here, this one just went out. I got me a little oil diffuser when I light it. I gotta cut the wick down because it will start to mushroom on the bottom when I'm using the oil diffuser. Now, I do want to let you know, all these candles that I'm about to show you, not expensive. I legitly got all these candles right here, except for that little mini taper one. All these candles I got from the dollar store. I go to the dollar store a lot. The dollar store is stacked up with candles. Hey, you can get all the candles you need there. Sometimes they may not have them in all the colors you may want, but you can always get the candles you need there, and then somehow incorporate it and work with it. Make whatever resources you have, become resourceful with it and make it work. So we got some tall tapers here. You're gonna be working with tapers. You're gonna need candle holders, which I got some right here. Candle holders, they came from the dollar store. We got some small tapers right here. I ended up buying 2 packs because these was the only right tapers they had up in the store. They're supposed to be 5-hour emergency candles, so just know with these, they're gonna burn for 5 hours, which is awesome. 5 hours worth of work. Did it say how many hours they burn for? No, they don't. And then we got the tea light candles. So tea light candles We got taper candles. They come in all various shapes and sizes. Next up is that we got these votive candles. They're really small. They're like small pillar candles. They're a little bit taller than the tea light, but they tend to be in the same diameter, so about 1.5 inches across. This one don't got no wick because I already took the wick from it and made another candle. I actually use this votive not to as a candle, but I use it for the wax color, and if I can make lavender candles, the color is really perfect for this. Next, we got pillar candles. So pillar candles tend to be really round, really thick, and then they tend, sometimes depending on how big they are, they may either have one wick or they can have 2, 3, or 4 wicks in it. It just depends, but really simple too. These candles, so these right here, the pillar, the votive, and this right here, you can definitely use for candle work. I really don't recommend the tea light ones because they don't stay lit long enough to do what you really need to do. And then here's the one I started working with 2 years ago when Santa Muerte came into my life. Velas. These are known as velas. They're known as prayer candles, 7-day prayer candles, and they're known as vigil candles. So you can find them by typing in 7-day candles, vigil candles, or novelas. Novelas or velas is Spanish for candles, but these are also known as container candles. And a container candle is just as the name depicts, it's any type of candle that is in some type of container. And another note to add is with these votive candles, people often get these votive candles and put them in some type of container, candle holder, or a little small jar, because these two, they will melt to the side. So with the taper ones, they will melt to the side and not they're in a container. I often tend to put them in a container, let them melt, and most of the time it all melts, it all burns away because now there's a container. So when the wick gets short enough, it's still able to burn the remaining wax that melted down the side. Often with the pillar candles, when you light these up, it will pull, and to keep it from drowning out the candle, you only let it light for a couple of hours depending on the diameter. There's one diameter range, you let it for 1 hour, then you turn it off. 2 hours, 3 diameters, 3 hours. You get the message, you get the idea, right? So now let's go ahead and jump into the part of dressing your candles. So dressing your candles, so dressing your candles is really interesting. So you're legitly is taking some type of adhesiveness. Like I said, it can be some type, as you're anointing your candles, you're putting some type of nectar on there, you're putting some type of wax on there or oil to help glaze it so you can make the herbs stick to it. You're going to select what type of herbs you're going to be using to stick to your candles, and it's really as simple as that. You can also carve signs. So for this example, because I'm going to be making some candles in front of y'all, I would not be using these two at all. But however, white is really simple. It's easy to get a white candle, so I'm going to be working with the white candles. We're going to actually get 2 of them out. We're going to put everything else to the side. And I'm going to show you how really easy it is to dress your candles. So when you dress your candles, you got to first, step 1, if you're going to carve anything into your candle, you need to carve it first before you dress it. Get something with a pointy end, something that's sharp enough so you can just sketch and etch something into the candle. So right now I got a hair clip. And just for sake purpose, let's make this a love and devotion candle. So I'm going to just etch in a mini heart. You can see that with this with this hair clip is perfect because it's not too sharp. It's just pointy enough so I can draw with and carve into the candle. Well, you don't want it to go penetrate the candle too deep at all. So if I can get close up on y'all, sorry, I'm getting into the light. I carved little hearts into it, but you can do whatever you want with it. A symbol that recently came in, it's a rune symbol. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Let me look it up for y'all. Your website sucks. For some reason I can't find a rune, because this rune came to me in a vision a couple weeks ago. Actually, I want to say about a month ago. I can't remember. Aha, I found it. Uriz. See, you can tell I'm not used to using runes in my daily practice or in my regular practice, but you can use runes. So that's what Uriz looks like. And Uriz meaning is life force, physical health, courage, organic structure, manifestation, formation, healing, vigor, and endurance. But the main thing about Uriz come to you when you're ready to move on to the next level in your life, when you're ready to start learning new things. It's kind of like you graduated and it's time it's a acknowledgement and recognition. That's what I had come to know as Uriz. I know I'm saying and fucking it all up, but it's all good. Physical development. It represents you have the physical and inner strength to fulfill all your dreams, but you don't forget that with the strength that responsibility comes. Your strength isn't a force to be implied to others, but a force to prevent others implying power over you. Use that noble power to stay focused on your goals and don't let negative people upset you. So you can take runes and etch it in here. So this candle I'm making specifically, I'm going to make two different types. So I'm going to take that symbol and etch it on in. It literally came to me in a vision. I never knew what this symbol was before. Never used it before. But it came to me in a vision. I was like, what the hell? What's up? That's got to be a rune. So I'm literally just carving this symbol in there. The symbol's going to add power to this candle. So this is for development and manifestation in the area of love. So I got hearts on here and I got Uriz all marked throughout it. So now you can, this is one way of basic candle. You find a symbol that you know some information about it. Now you got to do the research But find a symbol and you sketch it in. Sometimes you can write your name on here as well, so the universe know exactly who this candle is for. And if you are a fella and you got a second name, make sure you put your suffix on there. So I'm a junior. So when I write my name on there, I gotta make sure I put that junior on there. But it's really as simple as that. So step one, put your symbols in it if you're gonna be using symbols. Now, when I use tapers, honestly, it really just depends on what I'm trying to manifest. But I don't tend, sometimes, most of the time, I don't use symbols. It's a little extra. I just stick with the herbs and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to stick with this symbol because you know what, it came to me not that long ago and I have really been bonding with it, so let's use it. Now I'm going to put my heart on here, and you know what, a symbol I used to use a lot is the for me it's a symbol of protection, and that is the 5-star pentagram. So protection and protection, and make sure you draw it right, because depending on what direction you draw that pentagram, it represents protection and drawing things towards you, or you're going to represent banishing and getting rid of stuff. So now I got my carvings on my candles. One of them got my name on it, but they're working in conjunction to one another, and that's about it. If I really want to go the extra step, I can put my name on here too. So voila. So bam, taken care of. Now the next part is to go ahead and anoint this. Now in this step, this is how I usually, you want to pick an oil that's going to help bring your desire and intention to full effect. Now I got a case of oils over here. The ones I will be working with though is going to be, if I can find them, I had them in my hand earlier. I don't know what I did with them. I've been using them. That's the thing. Give me 1 second. Oh my god, they're staring me in my face. So we got lavender and we got rose essential oils. With lavender helps calms, it helps brings peace, stillness. It also brings prosperity for the home. With the rose oil is great for devotion and love. Both of these are great for love, but this serves better. Love is a powerful protection energy. It's a protection. Is a protector. It's based on protection. When you love something, you want to protect it. So these two I'm going to use, but these are not the only ones I'm going to use now. See, and this is where the advanced part come in. You got to learn your oil. You got to get a book on it. You got to read up on what you want to do. I'm also going to use some basil. And last but not least, all right. So I got my oils I'm going to use. I'm going to be using peppermint, rosemary, rose, lavender, and basil. So I got these specifically because basil helps dispels confusion and bring clarity to your array. So that's why I got that. Lavender is for peace, calming, and love. We got rosemary. Rosemary is really, we got rosemary. Rosemary is it can be used as a substitute for sage, which is also a cleansing, purification, but also deals with spirituality and intuition. So good for spirituality and connecting with yourself, and it's also a protection herb. And then rose, devotion, which is the main thing I want out of all of this, is devotion, commitment. These are more so devoting myself and committing. Well, you can't know that part. Psych, I'm just kidding. So when you want to bring, I chose all these oils specifically because I want to bring I want to focus. It's like these two are kind of, it's almost similar, but this one's going to be more focusing on helping to communicate with somebody I have lost touch with, and this one's gonna be used as to stay committed in devotion towards my goals. And one of my goals is connecting with a past lover or a past person that I used to be involved with. And this one, my current activities, staying devoted to them, staying committed, staying dedicated, and not lessening up on them. So let's go ahead and get started into this part. Really, now this is where your hand's going to start getting dirty. And so you don't like getting dirty, well then this is not for you. So you don't need a lot either. Dab, dab. A little goes a long way with the essential oils. These essential oils was a gift. So I can't tell you where they got it from because the maker really didn't put no names on here like that. So sorry. And I really want this basil because it helps dispels confusion, weaknesses going on around you. And that's the one thing I want, things cleared up. I don't want no more blockages. So now all I gotta do, since it's not big candles, I don't really gotta rub my hands together. Just take the candles and legitly slide it through. Get the whole thing glazed. So the whole thing is now covered, even the wick, in the oils. Y'all got some sick minds, and letting y'all know that. Yeah. I'm just joking with y'all. It's as simple as that. And if you feel called to add a little extra or something, like right now I want to add some more rose to mine. Now you can also apply it directly to it. And just smear it on. Smear it, smear it, smear it. So it's really as simple as doing just that. Now I chose these oils right here. Now let's say you don't got essential oils. What you can do is use a base wraps that you got around the house. Coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, even vegetable oil. And you really got to get ghetto with it. Get some butter and melt that shit down. Here's some coconut oil right here, but I didn't need it tonight, but we got the oil. Sometimes I might not have essential oils to use, so I might just have herbs. But so get the coconut oil, but I didn't need the coconut oil. Keynote, this is blessed. In the full moon we just had, that was also eclipsed. So this is eclipsed moon oil that was blessed by that full moon. Awesome. So now they're anointed. They smell good too. Next thing to do. Now this is the important part. You got to be aware of what oils you're using. Use what you have around you. Sometimes you can't be picky, but you're trying to bring about a desired goal into your life. Then you need to be careful what type of oil, such as coconut oil. It's helps with fidelity and chastity. So you're trying to like get some type of sexual thing going on, you don't want to use no coconut oil. So, but the other part is honey is really good to use, and especially for some of y'all who's getting started, y'all don't need the big old bottles of honey. This a packet would do, and one would be enough. Trust me on that. And then all you're going to have to do, this is where things start to get messy. So before you start using the honey, make sure you get your herbs. I'll be right back. So I have returned, guys. So I got some herbs. So now for those who's asking about herbs and stuff, you can use herbs, but this is where things start to get, I would say, move from being basic or beginners to a little bit more intermediate. Herbs are intermediate level. When you're working with the herbs, you got to work with the right herbs. You work with the wrong herbs, the herbs is going to bring in the wrong intention and energy, because this is all energy you're working with. So herbs got spirits attached to them. You're working with the spirit of the herb. Just like saints, the herb got a specific purpose and a role to fulfill in your desire and intention that you want to manifest. So like I told you, basil earlier is good for clearing confusion. It's also good for getting rid of negativity. So I got some basil. Gonna really get it up on here. And voila. Now I want to show y'all, with regular oil, the herbs will stick to it. Sometimes you might have to roll it to make sure, but it will stick with just regular oil attached to it. And this is essentially how you dress a candle. And at this point, it's ready to go and light up. I want to finish making these candles the way I want it to be, but you do need the right herbs to help manifest what you're going to be doing. So I'm going to be using some honey, because with honey is really good for love spells or sweetening, winning over somebody else with expressions. Now I'm letting y'all know right now, when it comes to this honey, it's messy. This is why you want to have some paper down. Usually, I don't do it from a packet. I never have. But I know some of y'all out here will be using a packet out there, so I wanted to use it just like so. And I don't want this falling over. There we go. It will stay right there. Same thing with you. Now, I just want to smear it all over the place. Sometimes, some of y'all want to have to get really into it, and you're going to have to really use your fingers to rub all the honey in there. So don't be afraid to get your hands dirty, alright? So I just got mine. That's a little bit weird tasting. I don't suggest you do that with the essential oils all over your hands. If some of it not meant to be ingested, but that was just a small amount. Alright. Honey's on there now. Time to really add the rest of these herbs to it. Now, you can see the difference. It's really sticky on there. And don't worry about the extra herbs that falls off. It's just gonna happen. A little bit of extra waste, but this is what kind of like a sacrifice. Now, like I said, basil is good for clearing confusion and also getting rid of negativity. Now I'm going to use some thyme. Thyme is good for getting out of a tough situation or a rut. So we're going to sprinkle that all over it. I got thyme powder, guys. Make sure. And it's gonna smell like you're cooking up in here too. They're always asking like, what are you cooking? It smells good. I'm not cooking nothing. I am, but I'm not cooking no food. Now I'm adding some cayenne pepper to it. You really don't need a lot of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper will boost the effect of any spell work or intention setting that you are working with. And then I've got some peppermint. Now the peppermint purpose is to raise the vibrations of the workings that you're dealing with. So you don't need a lot of peppermint either. The main thing I wanted on here was the basil. And then I got some cinnamon. Cinnamon is a powerful herb. It's good for lust, love, money, power, courage, success, spirituality, and there's one other one that I can't come up with at the top of my head. It's not sex, that's for sure. It's another S, but I can't remember what it is. Now I'm sprinkling it all over here. And last but not least, I already had the cinnamon up in here. Ground allspice. It adds added determination to the spell, which I do want. Which don't need a lot. And then, sometimes if you feel like you need to, you can add a little bit more honey to it. And then just drip it all over the place, because this is going to be the final bam. The final wham bam to this spell. Woo! Yes. And I used this whole entire packet, so that's good. No. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta get your hands a little dirty. So I'm making sure this extra bit of honey get really rubbed in here, because I want it on this candle, because guess what? We got some rose petals. So this is why we got some dead flowers here. I'm drying out these flowers. And we're going to go ahead and affix them to this candle. See? And that's it, guys. That's how you dress some fucking damn candles. I am about to go clean my hands. So I'll be right back. Alright. Hands is clean. And then last but not least, you just gotta get them to stick up in here. A little trick or suggestion. Get a lighter. When dealing with it, light the bottom up. Let it drip, let it drip, let it drip. Until you see the other wick. And then all you gotta do, press down, let that solidify. Rats dries and cool down and solidifies really fast, so you don't gotta hold way too long. And guess what? Voila. And you got yourself a nice dress candle. Same thing with this one. And make sure you got them straight up, because not, if you got it at a slant, it's gonna be at a slant. And guess what? Boom. You got yourself some candles. And that's how you do some basic candle magic, guys. Just like that. They got my carvings on there. They got the herbs set with my intentions. And pretty much this is a devotion candle. One candle is more so fits for myself. One is fits for somebody else. But ultimately, these are love candles. Love and devotion. Love can be used in many different ways. I'm using this so to clear up confusion between me and another person. Also, and I'm using one to also devote myself, commit myself, pledge myself to my goals and what I'm trying to do. Clear out any negativity that's going to be getting in my way and keep myself accountable towards my goals. So that's why I use the rose petals. And last but not least is clean up. Get that rose petal out of there. So trash. Got more honey back on my fingers. Like I said, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. And last but not least, here's the fun part. So when it comes to the last bit of stuff that you had, there's one or two things. You can either put it in a container, mark and list that container for whatever type of spell you created and use it for later for a backup. Or if you got extra space at the bottom of the glass you're using, just put the remaining ingredients on the bottom. Not gonna hurt nobody, right? And that's it. Voila. Dispose of it, and everything is ready, set, and ready to go. So here's some dress candles. Really simple. And that's how you dress some candles. Now some of y'all is wondering, okay, that's how I dress a taper, but what about a container candles? Now these works a little bit different, and I'm going to show you real fast how they work. I'm a mess anyway, so who cares? So you're going to want to get an ankh. You're not going to want to get an ankh. You're not going to be able to get an ankh. This was actually handmade by somebody. Long weird story on how I came into owning this ankh, but that is for another day, another time. But that's a fuck up story on how I came to own it, and they're gonna be like, what the hell? Anyway, you want to get a screwdriver or something long and pointed so you can poke holes into this candle, right? So you want to put 3 holes in here. Ooh. Voila, just like that. Same thing. You will also go ahead and apply all the herbs and oils into this candle. Sometimes you may want to also get a knife and carve at the top, but the most important thing about this, using this candle right here, you're going to have to get some type of parchment paper. So a little brown piece of paper from a brown bag, parchment paper. You're going to want to write whoever the candle is being used for. With this type of candle or jar candle, write the name of the person, especially with a 7-day villa candle, but you can also do it with any other jar candle because I have done it before with other jar candles. So I'm going to write my name on here. If the pen wants to work, write your full name. Your full name. And then you can also put your birth date on here just to make sure. You roll it right on up. And you stick it down the hole. Push it down there. Make sure it's in there. You don't gotta put it all the way down, but you want to make sure it's in there. Now here's the cool, awesome part that I like. Do the same thing. Set your intention, set your emotions or whatever. Basil, we're going to clear some things up. And this, the only difference is the essential oils got their properties in it, so it's going to work in your favor. And the reason you're putting your holes in here, but you want the oil to go all the way through the candle. All the way through, so once you light it up, it's going to seal the holes at the top, but as it melts down, it's going to make contact with all the oils in here. Devotion. Peace, love. Make sure it goes down the holes. That's the most important part, is going down the holes you just poked in here. That's the whole point. I gotta be careful. There we go. Get rid of any negativity, and it clears and dispels confusion, and the other one, dispel confusion and weaknesses. And then I want to raise the vibration of this spell work. Peppermint is good for money and prosperity as well, but I'm raising the vibration of the work of the candle. And voila, we got the oils added to this, and all we gotta do is add a little bit of herbs. So I got my rose petal that nice and dried out. I bought these flowers like on the 18th, so they've been drying out really peacefully. You add your herbs. You don't need a lot of herbs because as the candle flame melts down, it's going to create a rat's pool, right? And then the herbs is going to sink into the rat's pool, and then it's going to infuse with the rat. So as it's getting drawn up in the wick, it's going to release that energy that you was working with just now. Add a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon is powerful. Add some allspice with added determination, which I need. Not a lot. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. We're going to add some real basil up in here, and we're going to add some thyme. Pretty much, I could have used the last bit to put up in here. I wasn't really thinking just now. Plus, I wanted to show y'all fully. So that's some thyme. And see, I got the herbs and I got the peppermint. So double duty, y'all. Double duty. And then cayenne pepper. Don't need a lot of cayenne pepper, but it adds an extra kick to your spell. The sad truth is I have not been working on these lately, to tell you the truth. And then I'm adding some dill weed to this. Dill weed is for success, baby. Success. Get out the rut. And time. Time helps you get out of rut, but it also wins over the affection of other people. So add a little bit of time. I really want to add a couple more rose petals. I just feel like I need to. Right there on top. And that's everything. And that's how you make a candle with a container, especially a 7-day villa candle. So this one is all prepared. You can see that the oil is all the way through. And it's as simple as that. So now this is prepared. It is ready. I will light this on my own time, but this was just an introduction on how to make some candles, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. So when I get a chance, I will make a video showing y'all how to make advanced level candles, because that's where I'm at this point in my life. So I got these awesome candy jars, and this was a basil candle I created. It don't smell that great anymore because it broke on me. My wick, it wasn't straight up, it was leaning to the side, so it's hit the glass and it melted the glass really hot, and it caused it to break, and I was really sad about that. So it didn't get to finish burning, but it smelled great. Now all I smell is the burnt glass part when I open up the lid. But yes, this was one that I made. I actually took 2 of these, melted them down, placed it in here, added the herbs, the oils, and everything I needed, and made my spiritual candle. So this is homemade candle. On the bottom, you can see all the herbs and stuff I added to it. But as far as that goes, this will be another video another time. This is actually why I got these dead flowers here, because I'm making love devotion candles, different types, 5 different types. I mean, love comes in many different forms. Why subject it to one type when you need to express it in all its different forms that it comes in? So anyway, I'm done. It's late. I should be at the gym right now, but I'm not, and I need to get out of here and get me some rest because I got work tomorrow. So peace, later, bye. Comment below, let me know if you enjoyed this video or not. Peace.